Morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time in which you are going to watch this video. It's your expert in chemistry, Mr. Bliss. Last class we talked about the industrial preparation of ammonia, and today we are going to proceed with a new topic, which is an essay question so far as Form 5 chemistry is concerned, always coming for 20 marks in Form 5, that is the O-level GC, in which when you elaborate all the process is 17 marks and the uses is 3 marks. So we'll go straight to the point. Extraction of iron. Okay, I will give you the key points you are supposed to give if you face any DC equation based on extraction of iron. You simply say in point 1, iron is extracted from 2 ore. It can be hematite or magnetite. Iron is extracted from 2 ore, that is hematite and magnetite. One mark. By a method known as chemical reduction. Another mark is allocated for the method of extraction. We'll move on to the next point. The ore, which is hematite, is hosted in air. To remove water. The ore is hosted in air to remove water. The next point simply say where the extraction is carried out. The extraction process is carried out in a blast furnace. The extraction is carried out in a blast furnace. Now we are going to give a brief description of a blast furnace. A blast furnace is a tank. A blast furnace is a tank, 30-meter height and 8-meter in diameter. 30-meter height and 8-meter in diameter. It is 30-meter height, that is the height of the blast furnace is 30 meter, and the diameter is 8 meter. Now, the upper part of the blast furnace is cooler. It is cooler at the top and it is hotter at the bottom. So that is our blast furnace. It's a tank, 30-meter height, 8 meter in diameter, cooler at the top, hotter at the bottom, with 2 openings at the bottom called tuyas. After giving the description of the blast furnace, we are going to say this. The iron ore, that is hematite, coke, which is carbon, and limestone, which is calcium carbonate, are loaded at the top of the blast furnace. While at the same time, hot air is introduced from the bottom through tuyas. So we have air moving up and the 3 raw materials coming down. Between this, coke will react with oxygen. Coke react with oxygen to produce carbon dioxide. That is the first equation in our extraction process. The carbon dioxide now react with more of the falling coke to form carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide reduces the iron ore. The carbon monoxide simply reduces the iron ore to iron, and the carbon dioxide is given off. This is our iron produced. The iron move and settle at the bottom of the blast furnace. Now we are left with calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate moves at the bottom of the furnace where it gets heat and decomposes to form calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. The calcium oxide now form here react with the impurities found in the ore. So calcium oxide react with the impurity found in the ore, which is silicon 4 oxide, to form calcium silicate. Which is a molten slag. To form calcium silicate, which is a molten slag. That will move and float above the iron. The iron and the molten slag are hence collected from separate taps, in which the iron collected is called pig iron. That is where the extraction process ends. If we extract iron, it's because it has so many important uses in the society. So we are going to take some uses of iron. So here we have uses of iron. Iron is used to manufacture agricultural implements like cutlasses and hoes. That is the first use of iron. The second use of iron is used to manufacture electric cable. It's also used in automobile industries. It's also used in automobile industries to manufacture cars. And lastly, iron is used in the construction of bridges and houses because of its hardness and its resistance to corrosion. As a resume or summary of the extraction of iron is, first point is iron is extracted from the two ores hematite and magnetite by chemical reduction. The ore is roasted in air to remove water. The extraction is carried out in a blast furnace. The blast furnace is a tank 30 meter height and 8 meter in diameter. It is cooler at the top and hotter at the bottom, with two openings at the bottom called tuyas. Coke, limestone and the iron ore are loaded at the top of the blast furnace while hot air is introduced at the bottom through tuyas. Coke, which act both as a fuel and a reducing agent, react with oxygen to form carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide reacts with more of the falling coke to form carbon monoxide. The carbon monoxide hence reduces the iron ore to iron, where iron moves and settles at the bottom of the furnace. Calcium carbonate moves at the bottom of the furnace, where it gains heat and decomposes to form calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. The calcium oxide reacts with impurities such as silicon 4 oxide to form calcium silicate, which is removed as a molten slag. The molten slag and the iron are collected from separate taps, where iron obtained is collected as pig iron. And we concluded with the three uses of iron: used in automobile industries to manufacture cars, used in the construction of bridges and houses, used to manufacture agricultural implements like hoes and cutlasses. We meet next for the next video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing. It was your chemistry expert, Mr. Chukwu. Have a blessed day.